Hari Om, Hari Om and Namaste to all. Namaste, dear friends and spiritual seekers. I welcome all of you tonight to this third session, online session about life management on Bhagavad Gita way. And I would like to give all of you a warm welcome on behalf of the European Yoga Federation and the United Consciousness. Our guest tonight will be Amadio Bianchi, Swami Suryananda Saraswati from Italy, and Dr. Vikram Singh Tomar. Thank you very much for being with us today and enlightening us with this such wonderful and amazing wisdom. This evening topic will be Upasana Yoga, liberation through selfless devotion and surrender. So I welcome all of you. Thank you. And I first of all would like to give the floor to Swami Suryananda Saraswati for the first part of this evening, where he will introduce to us the beautiful and amazing wisdom. And then we will give the floor to Dr. Vikram Singh Tomar with these inspiring words on the Bhagavad Gita way. And then we will leave the last part of this evening for question and answer session. So thank you very much, and I hope you will enjoy this wonderful event. Swamiji.
Il mio compito, Amelia G, è quello di andare alle radici del racconto, cioè andare nel Mahabharata per raccontarvi un po' la storia del Mahabharata.
My personal pursuit in this evening, in this part, is to deep down into the root of, as an introduction to the Bhagavad Gita, going through the deep root of the Mahabharata.
Dal momento che la Bhagavad Gita è una parte del Mahabharata, è il sesto capitolo, il sesto libro del Mahabharata.
As you know well, the Bhagavad Gita is the sixth part of the Mahabharata book.
Se vi ricordate, la volta scorsa avevamo parlato dei due fratelli, uno nato cieco, Dhritarashtra, e uno nato pallido per varie ragioni che vi abbiamo spiegato la volta scorsa.
Just as you may remember, we ended our story last week with two brothers. These two brothers were one a blind brother, Dhritarashtra, and a very pale brother, Pandu.
E Dhritarashtra era il primogenito, per cui era il discendente diretto che doveva regnare nel regno di Hastinapura.
Dhritarashtra was the first brother, and he was the real descendant for the destiny.
Però essendo nato cieco aveva abdicato nei confronti del fratello Pandu, nato pallido.
But being blind, he rejected the throne to the brothers, who was Pandu, the pale one.
Pandu aveva ben amministrato e condotto il suo comportamento in maniera eccezionale nella conduzione del regno.
Pandu did a great work in organizing and carry on the reign throughout his life.
Ma al termine delle sue imprese guerresche, dunque,
but at the end of his war exploit,
quando si ritirò con la sua moglie Kunti, le sue due mogli Kunti e Madri,
Pandu retired himself with his two wives, Kunti and Madri,
e si era ritirato sui declivi dell'Himalaya in una foresta di alberi shala, alberi particolarmente nativi del subcontinente indiano che possono raggiungere i 30 metri di altezza, no? E che si dice siano preferiti da Vishnu.
And they retreated on the slopes of the Himalaya forest where a lot of shala trees were there. These very particular trees, native of the Indian subcontinent, that can reach up to 30 meters high and that are said to be preferred by Vishnu.
Un giorno, mentre Pandu era a caccia, uccise un cervo, vi avevo raccontato, che era impegnato nei giochi d'amore con la sua compagna.
As I said, one day while he was hunting, he killed a deer who was engaged in love games.
Prima di morire il cervo, che in realtà era una creatura ultraterrena, gli lanciò una maledizione.
Before the deer died, actually the deer was a otherworldly creature. This deer put on a curse on him.
La tua fine, gli disse, sopravverrà nel momento in cui tenterai di unirti alla tua sposa.
The deer said to him, your hand will come at the moment you attempt to join your bride.
Così, anche senza averlo scelto, il re Pandu fu irrevocabilmente condannato al celibato.
Thus, even without having chosen that, King Pandu was irrevocably condemned to celibacy.
In preda all'afflizione, meditava di rinunciare al mondo.
In the throes of affliction, he contemplated, he was thinking to give up the world.
Vivere senza prole, non poter accostarsi alle sue mogli era per lui insopportabile.
Living without children, not being able to approach his wives, was such an unbearable thought for him.
Diveniva ogni giorno più triste.
And every day he started to be sadder and sadder.
Vedendolo in quello stato di depressione, la regina Kunti, che presumo provasse tanta compassione, gli rivelò che quando era giovane il savio Durvasas, uomo assai collerico, si era recato in visita dai suoi genitori.
The Queen Kunti, seeing him in that state of depression, and I think she was very much compassionate towards him, she revealed to him that when she was young, the wise Durvasas, a very angry man, had gone to visit her parents.
Kunti, con le sue attenzioni, era riuscita ad accattivarselo, così egli la benedì e le disse che tu possa essere madre di figli divini.
Thanks to her attention towards the wise man, Kunti managed to captive him, so he blessed her and said, "You may be the mother of divine children."
E le insegnò un mantra grazie al quale avrebbe potuto invocare qualunque divinità e godere della sua compagnia.
And he taught her a mantra through which she could invoke any deity and enjoy his company.
Quando il savio si allontanò, Kunti, curiosa di vedere se il mantra davvero funzionasse, lo pronunciò ed invocò il dio Surya, il dio sole.
Kunti was quite curious to check if the mantra really worked. So she pronounced the mantra and invoked the god Surya, the sun god.
Il dio gli apparve all'istante e le chiese cosa volesse, qual era il suo desiderio.
The god appeared just before her immediately and he asked her what she wanted. What was her desire?
Lei balbettò incredula e presumo spaventata e gli disse che stava solo giocando.
She was quite stunned and quite scared, and she said that she was just playing.
Si prostrò ai suoi piedi e gli chiese perdono.
She prostrated herself to his feet and asked for forgiveness.
Ignoravi che non si può scherzare in questo modo, che non si gioca con un mantra, disse il dio Sole.
Didn't you know that you can't joke like that? That you don't play with the mantra? Said the sun god.
Lei, pietrificata dal terrore, era ammutolita, ma il dio la tenne tra le sue braccia e prese ad accarezzarla.
She was completely scared and petrified with terror, but the god held her in his arm and began to caress her.
Surya se ne andò solo dopo un prolungato amoreggiare.
The god Surya left her only after a prolonged dalliance.
Da questa unione nacque un bimbo speciale, racchiuso in un'armatura e che portava 2 vistosi orecchini. Per questo fu chiamato Karna, che in sanscrito significa orecchino, orecchio.
From this union, a child was born, a very special child, who was enclosed in armor and carrying 2 fleshy earrings. For this reason, it was called Karna, which in Sanskrit means earring.
Preoccupata di un eventuale scandalo, Kunti dispose il bambino in un paniere e lo affidò alla corrente di un fiume.
Scared and worried about a possible scandal, Kunti placed her child in a basket and entrusted him to the current of the river.
Fu trovato dalla moglie di un cocchiere che viveva sulla riva del fiume, Radha, che lo ritenne un dono divino e insieme a suo marito lo allevò con le più tenere attenzioni.
This child was found by the wife of a conchman who lived on the bank river, Rama, who considered him a divine gift, and with her husband raised him with the most tender attentions.
Troveremo questo valoroso guerriero sul campo di battaglia in una situazione insolita che vi posso spiegare più avanti.
We will going to find this brave warrior on the battlefield in an unusual situation that I will explain to you later.
Il re Pandu, quando ebbe ascoltato questa storia, pensò che Kunti fosse stata benedetta dagli dei.
The king Pandu, when heard this story out of Kunti, he thought that Kunti had been blessed by the gods.
La maledizione che pesa su di me mi esclude per sempre dalla paternità, disse Pandu, ma grazie a te potrò essere padre e tu sarai una madre meravigliosa.
The curse that waits on my head forever exclude me from fatherhood, Pandu said, but thanks to you, I can be a father and you will be a wonderful mother.
Non perdere tempo, preparati per ricevere gli dei. Rivolgi innanzitutto la tua preghiera a Yama, al Dharma, il Dio della morte e della suprema giustizia.
Please do not waste any more time. Prepare to receive the gods. First of all, pray to Yama, the Dharma, the God of death and supreme justice.
E la più etica e saggia tra le entità celesti, il figlio che nascerà potrà sempre guidare la nostra dinastia, la dinastia dei Kuru, lungo la retta via.
He is the most ethical and wise of the celestial entities. The child that will be born will always be able to guide our dynasty, the Kuru dynasty, along the right path.
La regina Kunti si preparò e meditando su Yama proferì il mantra e Yama rispose alla sua invocazione ed essendo questa la seconda volta che invocava una divinità, la prima, se vi ricordate, ad Esaminetta invocò il dio Surya quasi per gioco, questa volta si comportò adeguatamente.
But Queen Kunti prepared herself and started to meditate on Yama, uttered the mantra, and Yama responded to her invocation right away. And being this one, the second time she invoked a deity, as you know, the first time the young girl invoked the god Surya almost as a joke. But now she acted adequately.
Da Yama ebbe dunque in questa occasione un primo figlio. Il bimbo diventerà il migliore degli uomini, annunciò alla sua nascita una voce celeste. Schietto nel pensiero, nella parola e nelle azioni sarà benedetto dalla forza del coraggio.
From Yama then, she had therefore on this occasion her first son. The child will become the best of men, she announced at his birth, and a heavenly voice started to speak, outspoken in a thought, speech and action. He will be blessed with strength and courage.
Si chiamerà Yudhishthira, che significa fermo e costante in battaglia.
His name will be Yudhishthira, which means firm and constant in the battle.
Il re Pandu, felice, pregò la regina Kunti di evocare un'altra divinità per avere un secondo figlio.
The king Pandu very happily begged the queen Kunti to call up for another divinity, to have a second child.
La vita di uno kshatriya, disse Pandu, può dirsi completa solamente con il possesso della forza fisica. Ora prega dunque perché ti nasca un figlio dotato di forza eccezionale.
The life of a kshatriya, said the king Pandu, can only be completed with the possession of physical strength. So now, please, pray that you will have a son of exceptional strength.
La regina Kunti si concentrò nuovamente e meditò su Vayu, il dio del vento. Poi proferì il mantra e da Vayu ebbe un bimbo così forte che quando lasciando le braccia di sua madre si lasciava scivolare sul pavimento, si dice che provocasse un leggero terremoto.
Queen Kunti again focused herself and meditated on Vayu this time, the god of wind. Then uttered the mantra, and from Vayu had a child so strong that when leaving his mother's arm, he could sleep on the floor. It was said that he was causing a slight earthquake.
Il bambino si chiamò Bhimasena. Lo troviamo a volte semplicemente chiamato Bhima.
This child's name was Bhimasena. Sometimes we will refer to him simply as Bhima.
Pandu, doppiamente felice, desiderò un terzo figlio. Dobbiamo avere in famiglia un guerriero, disse, che dia prova di impareggiabile prodezza nell'uso delle armi.
Pandu was twicely happy and wished for a third child. We must have a warrior in our family now, he said, and that this child had to show a real power and a real skill in the use of arms.
Dopo aver osservato insieme a Kunti un anno di penitenza, rivolsero una preghiera a Indra, il re degli dei, che deteneva forti poteri.
Together, the king and the queen Kunti, they observed a year-long penance. And after this year-long penance, they prayed to Indra, the king of the gods, who held strong powers.
Quando Kunti diede alla luce il bimbo, figlio di Indra, una voce celeste annunciò: questo bambino non avrà rivali per saggezza, energia e perizia nell'uso delle armi.
When Kunti gave birth to this child, to the child son of Indra, a heavenly voice announced, "This child will have no rivals for wisdom, energy, and it will be a real expertise in the use of weapons and arms."
Maneggerà con destrezza ogni tipo di arma, soggiogherà tutti i suoi nemici e recherà lustro alla stirpe dei Kuru.
He will be very skillful in the use of every kind of weapon. He will subdue all his enemies and bring prestige to the Kuru lineage.
Questo bambino venne chiamato Arjuna.
This child name was Arjuna.
Quando inizieremo la lettura della Bhagavad Gita, lo ritroveremo subito all'inizio nella veste del protagonista principale della stessa.
On reading the Bhagavad Gita, we do find him immediately at the beginning as the main protagonist of the script.
Ritroveremo il nostro eroe in vesti molto umane, con il cuore pieno di compassione, il quale dopo aver scorto amici e parenti nelle file nemiche, non solo nelle file nemiche ma anche in quelle dei suoi propri alleati, sarà assalito da un profondo dolore e da tanti dubbi a riguardo alla scelta di un comportamento etico.
We have our hero in a very human attitude, with a heart full of compassion. After escorting friends and relatives to the ranks of the enemy, but also to those of his own allies, we be having deep pain and main doubts about the choice of ethical behavior.
Dopo aver dato alla luce Arjuna, la regina Kunti si rifiutò di mettere al mondo altri figli, nonostante Pandu desiderasse averne ancora.
After giving birth to Arjuna, the Queen Kunti refused to give birth to any other child, although Pandu wished to have them again.
La seconda moglie di Pandu, però, la giovane Madri, gli supplicò di evitare che lei rimanesse sterile, mentre Kunti aveva 3 figli, pertanto a sua volta poté invocare gli dei Ashwin, dai quali ebbe 2 splendidi gemelli, Nakula e Sahadeva.
Madri, on the other hand, was the second Pandu's wife. She begged Kunti and Pandu to prevent her from remaining without children. While Kunti had 3 children, she would like to have children too. So she begged Kunti to invoke the twin gods Ashwin,
dai quali ebbe 2 splendidi gemelli, Nakula e Sahadeva.
From whom she had 2 beautiful twins, Nakula and Sahadeva.
Questi 5 speciali fratelli di origine divina li troviamo tutti nella Bhagavad Gita, spesso citati con il nome di Pandava.
These 5 very special brothers of divine origin are all found in the Bhagavad Gita script. Often they are referred to as Pandava.
Gandhari, la moglie di Dhritarashtra, il fratello di Pandu, quello nato cieco, nel frattempo aveva dato alla luce 100 figli.
Gandhari was the wife of Dhritarashtra. As you know, Pandu's blind brother had in the meantime given birth to 100 children.
Il primogenito si chiamava Duryodhana, il secondo Dushasana e così via.
The first son was, his name was Duryodhana, and the second Dushasana, and so on.
Costoro per tutta la vita saranno acerrimi nemici dei Pandava, causando la guerra che ritroviamo nella Bhagavad Gita.
They will be the bitter enemy of the Pandava, causing the war that we have in the Bhagavad Gita.
Il Mahabharata, in fondo, narra la storia del conflitto fra questi cugini, una guerra inevitabile combattuta nel tentativo di fare affermare la giustizia.
The Mahabharata ultimately tells the story of a conflict between these cousins, an inevitable war fought in the attempt to assert justice.
Torniamo ora per un attimo a Pandu, che avevamo lasciato felice per l'arrivo di questi 5 figli.
So now let's return back to Pandu, who we left very happy on the arrival of these 5 children.
La sua inevitabile fine sopravvenne quando un giorno, passeggiando nei boschi in compagnia di Madri, fu sopraffatto dal desiderio di possederla con la complicità di una primavera ricca di fiori variopinti e di foglie tenere sugli alberi, il cinguettio degli uccelli, il dolce tepore.
The Pandu's inevitable end came when one day, walking in the woods with in the company of Madri, was overwhelmed by the desire to possess her. This under the complicity of a spring full of colors, flowers, tender leaves on the trees, the creeping of birds, the gentle warmth, the image of a
l'immagine del corpicino di Madri, rivelata dai raggi solari attraverso il suo abito, incapace di resistere a quell'attrazione, la prese con slancio appassionato, sebbene lei gli ricordasse la maledizione, e morì fra le sue braccia.
Madri, with the beautiful tiny body that was revealed by the rays of the sun through her dress, unable to resist that attraction, it took her with passionate enthusiasm, although she reminded him that the course, and he died in her arms.
Alla sua morte, le 2 donne prepararono una pira, sistemarono adeguatamente il corpo del re sulla stessa e le diedero fuoco.
Upon his death, the 2 women prepared the pyre, properly placed the king's body, and set it on fire.
In quell'occasione, Madri affidò i suoi gemelli alle cure della regina Kunti, salì sulla pira funebre e si lasciò bruciare insieme a suo marito.
On that special occasion, Madri entrusted the twins to the care of the Queen Kunti. She climbed the funeral pyre and let herself be burned with her husband.
Con questa immagine forse un po' triste, vi lascio a questo punto del racconto, lo riprenderemo nella prossima sessione e piano piano andremo avanti a scoprire altri particolari dei nostri eroi guerrieri che ritroveremo nella Bhagavad Gita.
So with this quite strong and sad picture, I would like to end it up today and leave to this part of the story, and then we will carry on through the next session.
Grazie infinite per la vostra pazienza nell'ascoltarmi. Lascio la parola al dottor Vikram G.
Thank you very much for having listening to me till now, and I would like to leave the floor to Dr. Vikram G. Namaste, Dr. Vikram.
Namaste, namaste. Thank you very much, Swamiji. Thank you, Amelia ji, for your contribution. And welcome, dear friends. Today we are going to talk about Upasana Yoga. Last session we had on Karma Yoga. Second session we had on Law of Karma. And today we'll talk about Upasana Yoga. So there was a master in Vedic time, Guru. He gave, after whole education was complete, he gave a test to all the students. The test was this, that all the students were given a coconut and they were to break the coconut and get the water out of it and bring that water to the master, to the Guru. But the only condition was they can break the coconut only at a place where nobody is watching them. All of the students went and everybody came in 1 hour. They found a place where nobody was watching them. And they broke the coconut, got the water and brought it to the Guru. But one student did not come back. Till evening, he did not return back. Everybody started searching for him. Late night, they could find him in dense forest. But still the coconut was not broken. He still was carrying the coconut. Guru asked, since morning till night, you didn't get a single place where nobody was watching you? The student replied, Master, I found many places where there was no organism. There was no animal. There was no human being. There were many such places. But I still could not find a place where nobody was seeing me, because in absence of everybody, at least my soul was seeing me. At least I am seeing. So there is no place in the world I could find that there was nobody. I was there. I was seeing it. So who is that I? Is the fundamental focus of this Upasana Yoga. Upasana Yoga starts with understanding that I witness everything. Upasana. Up means near. Asana means sitting. When you sit near to self, it is called Upasana. And whenever we sit near to ourselves, it helps us to realize self. That's why it is called Upasana Yoga. So what are the basic dimensions of Upasana Yoga? How it is done? How to sit near to self? So there are 4 basic dimensions of it. First is called Kayak dimension. Kaya means body, physical body. The first is called Kayak dimension, body. Second is called Indriya. Indriya means senses. First is body, second senses, Indriya. Third is Vachik, means verbal. Vachik, verbal. Fourth is Manas, mind, connected with mind. So body, senses, verbal and mind, speech and mind. These are the 4 dimensions. We sit near to ourselves. How do we do that? Let's go one by one. Let's first focus on kaik, the body. Lord Krishna in Bhagavad Gita, chapter 6, verse 617 says, Yukta har viharasya, yukta chesthasya karmashu, yukta sapnavabodhasya, yogo bhavati dukkha. Chapter 6, verse 17. Every word is important. Let's understand it. First word is yukta ahara. So first point in the body dimension for Upasana is yukta ahara. Yukta means balanced, appropriate. Ahar means food, diet. First thing we need to do with is, if you really want to be closer to yourself, have appropriate diet. What is appropriate or balanced diet? Yukt ahar. Diet is of 2 types. Diet for the body and diet for the mind. So these 2 types of diet should be very appropriate. So what is appropriate? Appropriate means right quality and right quantity. Assure whatever you are eating is of very good quality that adds to your health. And whatever you are eating should be of very good, enough, proper quantity. Should not be too less or too more. Both will lead to dis-ease. So this is the first thing, Yukt Ahar. Balanced diet, even emotional diet, mental diet is also very much important. What do you mean by mental diet? Being near to those people who speak good, who speak nice, so that you feel more elevated and happy in life, isn't it? Second point in this is Yuktahar Viharasya. Vihara means recreation. Do something that revives you, makes you happy, is also very much important. Nowadays, in certain countries like China, they call it 9 into 9. Go to office 9 o'clock in morning and work till 9 in night, 12 hours multiplied by 6 days a week. Lord Krishna says, no, it should be balanced. Don't work too much. Have time for yourself, for family, for friends. Certainly, you don't want to reach at the top all alone. Nobody to appreciate your success. And focus on self also, your hobbies. Steve Jobs, when he died, he said, never forget to pursue your hobbies. I did this mistake. Never forget to give your time to your family. I did this mistake. So, Yukta Har Viharas, recreation. Third in that, Yukta Har Viharas, Yukta Cheshtasya Karmashu. Again, Cheshta means hard work. Karmashu means work. Yukta Cheshtasya Karmashu. Balanced work you should also do. It does not mean that you spend your whole life and whole day only in recreation, family, friends and nothing, all fun and no work. No, it's not like this. Do your hard work. Even Bible says that God created this world in 6 days and then took rest on 7 days, 7th day, that is Sunday. So only that person who has created his world in 6 days, has worked so much hard, is eligible for a Sunday. So work hard. Learn to delegate. Fourth in this is Yuktahar Viharasya, Yukta Cheshtasya Karmashu, Yukta Swapnavabodhasya. Yukta Swapna, balanced. Swapna means dream, means balanced time of sleep and enough sleep. Good quantity and quality of sleep. Quality means deep sleep. Quantity means at least 8 hours of sleep. So 7 to 8 hours of sleep. Yukta swapnava bodhasya. Fifth, bodhasya means get up in time also. Don't sleep till late. Get up in time. Right time you should get up, 5 o'clock in the morning or later 6. Yogo bhavate dukkhaha. This is the yoga which will eliminate all dukkha, all misery from life in the body dimension. Now let's talk about indriya, second dimension, senses. Lord Krishna, chapter 3, verse 41 says, O Arjuna, control the feed of your senses. Chapter 3, verse 41. What does it mean? Control the feed of your senses. What are the senses? First is eyes. Control the quality and quantity of what you see. Because actually you become what you see. If you keep on seeing what is wrong, those feelings will start generating in you. Your thoughts get affected by what you see. So, what you see is very much important. Assure it should be of good quality in direction of your mission of life. Second, what you hear. Second, ears. Second, sense. Quality and quantity of what you listen. If you listen those things which are not good, if you listen loud music, if you listen those things which are too much loud, there is a concept in science called frequency response system. Frequency response system. Your mind automatically reaches to the frequency it is listening to. If you are listening some destructive frequency, somebody is fighting to you, speaking loud in wrong pitch, automatically you will also get agitated in some time and get angry. It is called frequency response system. Third is nose. Quantity of and quality of what you breathe. Pure air. What you breathe, the quantity. Quantity. Deep breathing, not the shallow breathing. And the quality of air you are breathing. Be mindful of it. That becomes prana. Fourth is tongue. Quantity of and quality of what you taste. Whenever you start eating what is important for you, is it taste or health? Every moment. When you raise your hands to eat something, is it the taste or health you are focusing on? Ask yourself. Quantity and quality of it. Fifth is skin. The temperature, the weather, the climate, the environment. Quantity and quality of it should be very good. So all these things, it is important that no entry without permission board should be there on all our 5 senses. Let me check it before I take it. Our mind is not a public toilet open to every garbage. Once we assure this, then your eyes will start seeing beyond seen. Your tongue will start tasting beyond the flavor. Your ears will listen beyond words. Your nose will breathe beyond breath. That is called prana. Your skin will sense beyond touch. We become extremely sensitive to the world. This is the second point. Third is vachik, the verbal dimension of it. Chapter 17, verse 15 talks about Anudveg karam vakyam satyam priyam hitam chayat swadhyay abhyasanam chaiva vagmay tap uchyate. Every word is important. Verbal discipline, verbal focus, verbal conditioning. What is it? Vachik. Third. Let's understand every word. Anudveg karam vakyam. Anudveg, non-reactive in speech. Whenever you are talking to anybody, be non-reactive. Respond to the world, not react to the world. Let no situation be more important than a relation. Focus on what matters more in life. Your speech should not hurt anybody. This is first condition. Anudveg karam. Otherwise, if you hurt others, they will start hurting you, and finally you will lose your balance one fine day. Second, satyam anudveg karam. Vakyam satyam. Speak truth. Focus on absolute truth, if not at least empirical truth. Lies take us away from God. The more we lie, the more fearful we become. It produces mental rashes. Lies like allergy. It produces mental rashes. Satyam. Assure whatever you are speaking is satyam, truth. Third, not only satyam is important, priyam, pleasant. There are many people who speak bitter truth in the most horrible possible manner, and it hurts others. There is a way of presenting everything. A truth spoken with bad intent can defeat all the lies you can invent. So even your intent. So pleasant means use best possible words. It should be pleasant to listen. Your pitch, your voice, your volume, be mindful of it. Priyam. Fourth, hitam. Whenever you are speaking something, assure that it should be in benefit of others who are listening. Like for example, you listen any speech, what is the first thought comes to you? So what? What is in it for me? Okay, nice, but what to do about it? Okay, it's a good thing, but what should I do from tomorrow morning? It should benefit me. It should be good for the listener. Whenever you are speaking, see whatever my speech, is it benefiting the listener? Think about it. Last is samayam. Whatever you are saying should be properly timed. Everything has its own time. There should be time for every talk, and every talk at its own time. Misplaced conversation lose its sanctity. There are many parents who keep on giving feedback to the kids at dining table, at dinner table, at bed, and every place. And finally, their conversation loses their gravity because every time, day and night, you're giving feedback. It should be properly timed. And then the verse says, and how to go about it, how to assure it. Then verse says, Swadhyay abhyasanam cheva vagmay tap uchyate. So about these 5 things, what are those 5 things? As I mentioned, anudvegakaram, satyam, priyam, hitam, samayam. Samayam means rightly timed. In order to practice these things, you need to do 2 things. First, swadhyaya. Every night reflect. Swadhyaya means reflect on your day completely. Sit, swa means self. Adhyaya means study self. How did I behave whole day? Every night do reflection. Swadhyaya. Second is abhyasa. Practice it daily. Every night, reflect upon it. Every morning, start practicing it. Do it daily. We achieve it. Last is manas upasana, mind conditioning. What is mind conditioning? Yes, it is true. Mind is a monkey. It jumps here and there. And Veda says that, scripture says that mind is that kind of monkey that has even drunk liquor. Imagine how much it will jump. And not only drunk liquor, it is been stuck by a scorpion. It has beaten, a scorpion has beaten it. Imagine how much it will jump. Yes, mind is a monkey, but the key lies within, and the key is Upasana Yoga. So it means ability to concentrate ability to concentrate. We all can concentrate at different times of life. But at times we are watching an Avenger movie and we can concentrate. We are watching something interesting, we can concentrate. But that concentration happens automatically. Here the question is, can you concentrate anywhere, anytime, any long duration of time, whenever you want? Ability, it is a skill that I can concentrate at my will, whenever, wherever, howsoever long I want to. How many of us have this ability to plug, unplug, and replug our focus? This is what you called manastap. Meditation is the common concentration, or later on meditation is the common denominator of success in everything in life. Even if you want to study, play, want to work for samadhi, whatever you are aiming in your life, concentration is the must. So how to go about it? Fine. Lord Krishna, verse 26, chapter 6, says that yes, mind jumps from here to there. But every time when mind wanders, bring it back, bring it back, bring it back. The moment you are concentrating and you realize that mind is going somewhere else, bring it back. But the key is, do you realize immediately that mind has gone somewhere else? If you could, bring it back. So what are the methods for that? First is called pratik upasana. Pratik means form. Symbol is called pratik. Pratik upasana, in which you focus, you concentrate on lingam, idol of God, mandala, chakra, or a pyramid. God should not be lower to the symbol here. The symbol should be exalted to the God. So it is one form of meditation or concentration, maybe. Initially concentration and then meditation. So first is pratik upasana, concentrate on a form. Second method is, it is called nama upasana. Nama means name, audio or sound. Concentrate on some sound. Japa, repeating a mantra. Mantra means whatever you chant with your 100% focus starts working for you. In Sanskrit, it is called mananat trayate iti mantra. Mananat means anything. When you chant with your 100% devotion, trayate will protect you. So whatever you do with your 100% focus starts protecting you. Bhajana, singing a song, is this. Third method is value meditation or thought meditation, like compassion meditation, loving kindness meditation. Think of the values in life that you want to inculcate in yourself. May it be compassion, may it be loving kindness, may it be confidence, may it be peace, whatever value you want to bring in yourself. Start meditating on them. There are chapter 16 of Bhagavad Gita. Lord Krishna talks about many divine values that we can concentrate upon. Fourth method is sense or body relaxation meditation. It is called relaxation meditation, in which you relax your body. You focus on various body parts and you relax it. That is fourth. Fifth is aham graho upasana. Aham means self. Griho means grasping. Focus on nothing else but self. Self as an object, like focusing on that Mahavakya, Tat Tvam Asi, you are that you're searching for. Aham Brahmasmi, I am that. So These are the 5 methods Saint Sincere suggests that we can focus on the mind. And every time when mind goes out, bring it back, says Lord Krishna. Chapter 6, verse 26, because many times it will happen. Once by this we assure Upasana Yoga, what it will give us by these 4 dimensions and 5 points in each. 4 multiplied by 5, 20. What it will yield, what it will give. It is called Chitta Sthiti. Chitta means mind. Sthiti means stability. Your mind will become still. Jesus says, be still and know I am your God. You need to be still. Then only you can see through. This glass of water, if I put a coin in the bottom and if I shake it like this, creating lots of waves over here, and in the shaky water, if I tell you, can you read what is written on the coin? You cannot read because the water is shaky. You can't see it. In order to see it through inside, water has to be still. When the water becomes still, you can see through yourself. So in any case, it is must that the water should be still. So this coin is situation. This water is my mind stuff. So mind has to be stilled. Whole Patanjali Yoga Sutra focuses on this techniques on stilling the mind. Then what is the contribution of Karma Yoga that we still studied before? Imagine this water is still, but I pour black color in this water. Now water is of black color, or rather I put some mud in this. Now it's a muddy water. Now can you see? Water is still, but it is muddy. You can't see through. It means there are 2 conditions in order to see through. If you want to see deep, there are 2 conditions. First, water should be pure. No muddy water. No adulteration in the water. How you will get it? By proper attitude. What will give proper attitude? Karma Yoga. Karma Yoga assures Chitta Shuddhi. Chitta means mind. Shuddhi means purity. So Karma Yoga, when you do it properly, makes your mind pure. Water is pure. But only pure water won't work. If pure water is shaky, you get angry soon, if you get depressed soon, if you get elevated soon, if you have mood swings, you can't see the truth. You are too tender for that. Stillness. That you will get by Upasana Yoga. So step 1 is Karma Yoga, purity. Step 2 is Upasana Yoga, stability. When the mind is pure and stable, now we are ready to learn Jnana Yoga, which we'll study later. Because knowledge will be given to a person whose mind is pure and still. He will understand it properly. But if a knowledge is given to a person whose mind is not stable, not pure, he will take wrong meanings out of it and adulterate the knowledge itself. So let's conclude what we discussed today. Upasana Yoga. I am always there. Seeing the seer is Upasana. Up, near. Asana means sitting. It is sitting near to oneself. How to sit near to oneself? 4 dimensions. Kaik means body. Indriya means senses. Vachik means verbal. Manas means mind. How to go about body? How to sit next to the body? Chapter 6, verse 16 and 17. Yuktahar viharasya, balanced food for mind and body, both of good quality and quantity. Vihar means balanced recreation, something that revives you, friend, family, self. Chestasya karmashu, work hard as Bible says. Create your world in 6 days. 4th, swapana, sleep in time, bodhasya, get up in time, yogo bhavati dukkha, you will be free from all such problems. 2nd dimension is indriya, senses. Control the feed of the senses, says Krishna, verse 41, chapter 3. Eyes, quantity and quality. Ears, quantity and quality. Frequency response system, we discussed in that. Nose, quantity and quality of what you breathe. Tongue, quantity and quality what you eat. Taste before health, health before taste. Fifth is skin, the temperature, the environment. Then you'll be able to see beyond the obvious. Extrasensory perception can develop because mind is not a public toilet. Vachak is verbal. Chapter 17, verse 15. Anudveg, not reactive. Respond, not react. Relation is more important than situation. Satyam, truth. Lies creates mental rashes. Priyam, pleasant to listen to. Hitam, benefit. It should benefit others. Samayam, it should properly be timed. Two methods. Swadhyaya, daily reflect upon it. And Abhyas, practice it daily. Last is Manas, mind, chapter 6, verse 26. That whenever mind wanders, bring it back again and again. Ability to concentrate on will wherever you want, whenever you want. First method is pratik, form. Second is nam, sound. Third is thought, value meditation. Fourth is body relaxation. Fifth is aham graho, on self. By this, we get chit sthiti. And when we are still, we can see through. So these are the steps towards self. Over from my side, we are open to questions now. Yes, anybody, any questions? Because every country, people have different accent. I could see people from Turkey, Germany, Saudi Arabia, and Italy, US. So if there is some problem of accent, if you couldn't follow any particular word, line, you can ask me, I can repeat utilizing this time also. Meanwhile, if you think of a question, a general misconception is Karma Yoga and Upasana Yoga are optional. Either go for this or that. Adi Shankaracharya says they are not optional. They are step by step. First step is Karma Yoga. Second step is Upasana Yoga. Both are must. It does not mean that you cannot start Upasana Yoga if you're working on Karma Yoga. You can do both together. But your Upasana Yoga will fructify when your Karma Yoga is established. Because if your Karma Yoga is not established, there will be so many thoughts to you in your mind. You can't even think much. You can't meditate. Yes, Adriam from South Africa.
Hariom, namaste.
Namaste, Adrian. Before you speak, let me compliment you. You make such beautiful summary. Please, we all will be waiting for the video today to digest the Sanskrit words. Yes, Madam Kubuk, we will take care of it. Very soon it will come. So, Adrian, you make such beautiful summaries. My salutations for that. And I will share your summaries with your permission if it is okay with you, with whole group.
Yes, no problem. I will try and make it more accurate. It's only because you do it so concisely and in such a good order that I'm able to. So thank you. Thank you very much, Doctor, and Hariom to everyone present. I was thinking about, I had a thought since the last lecture, and I was wondering whether...
Manojji, just hold on. Manojji, kindly mute yourself. Thank you. Boliye.
I was wondering whether Karma Yoga and all these laws apply in the dream state.
Or?
Does Karma Yoga and these rules, do they apply in the dream state as well?
Do they apply on the dream state, is it?
In the dream state, yes.
Yes. Dreams are the reflection of waking state. The dream stuff comes from the waking state. If you have done wrong karmas, it means your subconscious will be afraid of your own karmas. If nobody knows, at least you know you have not done right. You will see those reflections in your dreams. Your dreams, you will find that somebody is chasing you, seeing you from behind. Maybe that somebody is you yourself seeing you from behind. In Upasana Yoga, that will reflect and you will lose your sound deep sleep. You will have many fickle sleep. Your quality of sleep will go deep down, very much down, because your actions are not correct. So dream takes all stuff from the living, waking. If we improve upon waking, automatically dream will improve. And if you reduce the quality of what you do while you are waking, you will lose the quality in sleep also. Make sense?
Yes.
Good answer.
Added on to that. Yes, thank you. Added on to that, does that mean when you suffer in a dream, can you pay off your karma through dreams, through suffering, through dreams?
Good question. Good question. Very creative question, Adrian. When you suffer in the dream, do you pay it off? Suffering in the dream are not conscious. When you do a conscious mistake, you need to consciously suffer. There is a purpose. When you consciously suffer, you consciously improve. And this is the purpose of this birth, to improve consciously. Take efforts to improve consciously. So in dream, there is a dream problem, there is a dream suffering, and everything goes away. Fine. Or rather, at times when you suffer in the dream and then you get up and you realize it is a dream, you be happy about it. Good. It was a dream. But if deeds are wrong, you need to suffer consciously, not to punish. As I told you, law of karma is not a punishment tool. When you suffer consciously, you think about it consciously and you improve on it. And that is the whole purpose of taking birth. So makes sense?
Yes, thank you very much.
So it does not get reduced from the sanchit karma, to be more precise. It remains there.
Yeah. I see. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Any other question, anybody?
Vikranji, pranam.
Okay, we have Jishnu from India, Kerala. We have him from the land of Adi Shankaracharya himself. Kerala is a place, state where Adi Shankaracharya was born. Carry on, Jishnu.
Vikranji, namaste. I have a question that as a human being, we may went through many bad karmas in our past days or past years. So might be it may those karma, once we realize those karma were not good enough to attain the peaceful nirvana or whatever it would be. So those pains really follow us like a shadow. So how can we, it's not a kind of escape, but how can we overcome, or how can we get, out of that?
Perfect. The question is, we at times happen to do some bad karmas.
Of course.
If not consciously, maybe it happened. We didn't want to make anybody suffer, but by my deeds, that person suffered. For any reason, if we have done some bad karmas, those things may haunt us, they follow us, and then it becomes difficulty. This is a question how to deal with this. Swami Vivekananda was going through the ghats in Kashi, near the Ganga river's bank. Some monkeys started following, running behind Swami Vivekananda. Swami Vivekananda started running away from monkeys. A lady, she was washing the clothes on the ghats, on that banks of the river. When she saw Swami running and monkeys following the Swami, she shouted and she said, Swami, don't run, face the brutes. stay and face them. Swami Vivekananda suddenly stood there, stopped running, and gazed back to the monkeys. The moment he saw the monkeys started running back. And this is what are our fears. When we realize I have done a wrong deed, go and admit it. Go and talk to that person. Even if that person abuses us, every abuse that will reach to our ear will purify us. Fine. There are many ways we can do chitta shuddhi in that. Purify our mind. Like if I have done wrong to somebody and that person is not there in the world itself now, he died afterwards. Now, how can I go and seek forgiveness? The method is, Lord Krishna says that I am there in this whole universe. Fine. Start serving every mankind, whomsoever you can serve up to your best capacity. If that person was old, go to the old age home, start serving them. But whenever you are serving, it should not come out of your leisure. Okay, fine, this weekend I'm doing nothing, so let me go and serve. I have got millions, let me spend $1,000 in something. No, it's not. It should create some pain to you. It should really create some pain so that you will remind of your bad deeds. It will purify. I have gone through pain to purify myself. You become, it's like I am ready to sacrifice. If I have done wrong, I'm ready to punish myself. But these punishments are constructive punishments, which will alleviate me further. Fine. Have I answered you?
Yes.
Perfect. Thank you.
Thank you.
Madam Lourdes from Turkey has a question about hearing quality. Sounds, some music frequencies has been altered between this to this, which disturbs the normal frequency of existence. In this regard, how do you suggest we choose a right music with a current frequency? That's an important, good question. When we listen something, or when we eat something, our body, our mind, our senses, particularly our mind, has gone through a long journey. So what music suits you may not suit me also. Similarly, what suits you in eating may not suit me also. Yes, majority of the things are common, what will suit you and suit me also. So in my suggestion, alpha music, go for alpha music. Alpha music is in a particular frequency, which is extremely soothing to the mind. And the research has proven this. When we get up in the morning, our mind is at alpha frequency. And when we sleep, just before the sleep, our mind remains in alpha frequency. If our mind is not in alpha frequency, we cannot sleep even. Alpha frequency comes when we start meditating. So alpha frequency music is available. Listening to that music, whatever music suits us well, because science has also proven this, that we are sound only. We are sound modified. We are made up of molecules of atoms, atoms of nucleus of protons, protons of quarks, and quarks is made up of vibrations. So we all are vibrations. What vibration suits us should be followed. I hope that answers the question. Any other question, anybody? Yes, please. Kailash Joshi ji from India.
Namaskar, sir. Namaskar. Sir, I want to know if Chitta Suddhikaran and Chitta Prasadna, are both these things same or different?
If it is Chitta, you are talking about Chitta Prasadhana, it is right.
Okay.
The Prasadhana, Chitta Prasadhana leads to Chitta Shuddhi. It leads to that. It's the process. Sadhana means effort, putting efforts.
Okay.
And Chitta Shuddhi is the result of it. Have I answered you? Thank you. Any other question? Generally, in online sessions, if there are no questions, it has 4 meanings. Meaning number 1, everything is clear. Meaning number 2, nothing is clear. Meaning number 3, there is a technical issue with my laptop and I can't switch on the mic. Meaning number 4, I'm hungry and I want to eat after the session is over. So my mind is in that. Or I'm sleepy if it is night. So I don't know what is the reason out of these 4. But meanwhile, we have Adrian here from South Africa, again ready with his amazing craft of the session today. Let me share it with you. Just hold on. Even I become curious about the way he makes it. Okay, let me share my screen and then I'll show you. Someday when I'll come to South Africa, I'll learn this technique from you. How do you make it in such less time? Just let me make it bigger. You'll see it. Can't I make it this? So he says it's Upasana Yoga. And then he said that there are 4 dimensions of Upasana Yoga. He said what is Upasana, then 4 dimensions: body, senses, speech, mind, and concentration. Though my concentration will come in mind. I'm sorry, Andrew, probably I did not put it better. So then in this, he mentioned about how to deal with body, mind, senses, about 5 senses, Vachik, about all those dimensions in that, Manas, how to train your mind, and different types of concentration he mentioned. Almost he covered everything. Thank you very much. If you want, we can mail you this, all of you, with permission of Adrian. If he permits us, we can do that. And let me show you of Karma Yoga also. He made it very good. Let me show you of Karma Yoga also. He sent it to me, that also. Okay. I can see it right now here. Okay. Any other question, anybody? So we will send it to you that whatever Adrian made from South Africa. I didn't get it. Adrian's Karma Yoga, if you can share and show everybody, because I couldn't see it. Can you share again with me, Adrian, if you are here? On chat box, if you can share with me, I can show it to everybody.
Yes, I can share it.
Please share it to me on WhatsApp. I will show it to everybody. Yes, anybody else, any question? Okay. So next session will be on 13th of November. And we will be talking about art and science of meditation in that. And the timing will be exactly the same. It will be 5 to 6:30 p.m. CET, Central European Time. And it will be 9:30 to 11 p.m. IST, Indian Standard Time. Okay. Perfect, perfect. So I'm very happy to see this global community learning together and working together in this beautiful journey on Yoga Sutra, on the Bhagavad Gita, and the story of Mahabharata narrated by respected Swamiji. So if there are no questions, we can bid goodbye for the day. Adrian, are you sharing with us? Did he send us?
It's still uploading, but I'll email it to.
Okay. Perfect, perfect. No worries, no worries. It is getting uploaded. So 3 he made. That manuscript he is created. So from South Africa, we'll send it to everybody with his permission. Thank you very much, friends. Happy Diwali from my side. We'll meet again next week, same time. and with lots of more questions. Thank you very much, Banuji. Thank you, Kailashji, Amiji, Edwinji, Jishnu. Thank you, iPhone. Thank you, Vasu. Thank you, Mohsen, Madhulika ji, Tarja ji. Baba Adnan ji. Baba Adnan ji.
Thank you, Dr. Vikrantji.
Thank you, Christine. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Deepa ji.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.